Well, people of God, once again, we bring to you another exciting episode of Hidden Streams. We are exploring faith-based conversations and we are looking at the matter of choice with the man of God, say David.
All right. So then when we talk about the matter of choice, we are looking at two things. We are looking at an identity and we are also looking at a power that has been given unto the believer. You see, most of the time, what people think of when we are talking about choice is something called free will, the ability to exercise their will concerning the matter. But then I want to make you understand that as a believer, even though your choice has been handed onto you, you have the power to choose. That is to make any decision that you want in life. It is very important for us to consider the identity and the nature that we have come into. Do you understand? Because we can't be of God and do things that are opposite to the nature of God. That's why we know something called predestination. Do you understand? That there are certain things that have been written for us concerning every believer on this earth as to how we ought to live our life. So it means that the power that has been given to us to exercise our will has to be exercised in things that are pertaining to God, things that are consistent to our identity. So we can't say that we are of God and we'll be choosing things, we'll be making decisions that are contrary to the faith in which we have been born into. Do you understand? So then, in as much as we have been given the power to decipher between good and evil, to make decisions on our own, because we have to understand that in Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 19, the Bible was talking concerning a certain matter that He has given to us that which pertain life and what godliness, but then life and evil. But we should choose what life, so that we may live, so that our seed may live. So you get to understand that God has already told us or taught us whatever thing that may come as a result of the choice that we make. Do you understand? But because life is consistent with identity, He's telling us to choose what that which pertains to life, so that we may live, because He wants us to live. So the reason why whatever thing that was written to us or concerning us, we have to align our ways to it, is because these are the good things of God. These are the good plans of God concerning our life. And these things are the things that have been written based on the identity that we have come into. All right.
That's very wonderful. You know, to take it from that point of predestination, you know, it's been an argument in the body of Christ as to whether the matter of determinism or, you know, free will comes into play. Was everything determined for man right from the beginning, or was man actually created in that estate we are calling free will?
All right.
But then we first have to look at what man you are talking about, and to which house he belongs to. Because when you talk about liberty, as in where a man is free to operate, it always has to do with two houses, whether it's good or it's evil. Because you realize that in the eating of the fruit, it took man from one estate into another. It's the same thing for liberty. You know, the slave will say has no choice. But then actually, the slave has a choice, just that it is only in the confines of his master. So what the slave will choose to eat will only be what the master has provided. You know, so the slave can then decide to eat or not to eat. And then with that, it will come with certain repercussions. So the slave does have a choice, but then his choice is only confined in what the master has predetermined. That's what we are calling predetermination or predestination. In that, everything that concerns the man that's in Christ has been determined for him. Then, if that's so, his choices should concern the house to which he has come into. You know, there was a house of the first Adam, and there's a house of the last Adam. So it means that whatever choice that I'm then going to make, it will be in accordance to that particular image of the house that I've now come into. Do you understand? So it says that there's a certain clothing that must come upon you, such that mortality will be swallowed up of life. It means that every single decision that I'll take will be towards that particular goal. Because what? I want to become like Christ. Do you understand? So it means that that's the house we've come onto. Then it guides our choices. It guides what I'm supposed to do, what I'm supposed to eat. So that brings in what the man of God said in Acts chapter 17. He says that in Him we live, we move, and have our being. It means that he's understanding that this is a place that I've come into. Therefore, every single choice that I'll make should be in accordance to this thing. What we are calling choice is basically our mind's ability to make a decision. So it means that if I have the ability to decide that I'm supposed to do this or not to do that, that's what we are calling choice. Then if then I have the ability, why don't I choose life? Do you understand? You see, people, people have this mind, you know, will do a thing. I mean, man himself will think he has the ability to make a choice. Let's say, you with this same mind, right? With this same brain that you have, you're going to write an exam and then you fail. But then with this same brain, the man will think I can make the best choices for my life.
I get you.
You know,
I understand.
But then,
if you cannot make the right choice
when it comes to
academics, when it comes to
how
certain,
do you think your own life you have every single control over?
I get you.
You understand?
And that even makes me understand something, that when we are talking about choice, we are also looking at growth. Okay. And we get to understand that when we are talking about growth, we are looking at a certain knowledge that you are exposed to. We are looking at a certain knowledge that you are building yourself onto. The same way with choice. Sometimes our parents can instruct us in the way we should go, but we get to understand that we might not even listen to whatever thing they are saying. Why? Because we have not come to know what they are saying. We've not come to the point where we can handle whatever thing that they are instructing us to do. You understand? So then we cannot choose that which is best for us. Why? Because we don't understand, because we have not come to that point of maturity. You understand what I'm trying to say? So then in terms of choice, you get to understand that the quality of your choice also determine the quality of your growth.
Okay.
So then the quality of your choices that you make in life will determine how mature that you have come in Christ. Do you understand? But you have to understand in Hebrews chapter 5 verse 14, he was speaking something concerning growth, and he was saying that what strong meat are for they that have Jonathan, that are full of age, Jonathan, those that are able to decipher between what good and evil, able to discern between good and evil. Then people who can choose between good and evil, people who can know between good and evil. Jonathan, I'm trying to say, and that is what determines their maturity. That's why he said that was strong meat. So mean that strong choices, quality choices, good things, people who are able to know the path they should take in Christ. Jonathan. So then choices also determine your growth, your maturity.
So people of God, what we are saying is this, that when it comes to the matter of choice, the maturity of the man determines the kind of choices he make, and then the quality of the man's choice determines his maturity. You know, in the words of the famous theologian R.C. Sproul, he says that every choice is free and every choice is determined. All what we are saying is choose Christ, choose his will, choose his way. Shalom.